The momentum is shifting as the campaign for the midterm elections switches into high gear. Republicans are actually dialing down their expectations, this despite the president's low approval rating and record high inflation.
Well, some are blaming that loss of momentum on former President Trump's return to the spotlight. Democrats cite abortion and President Biden's recent policies for the shift. CBN News White House correspondent Abigail Robertson brings us more.
Just weeks ago, political analysts were predicting Republicans could win as many as 35 House seats, but now they're projecting closer to 10 to 20. And even GOP leaders are saying Democrats could keep control of the Senate.
There's probably a greater likelihood the House flips than the Senate.
While GOP anger over the FBI raid of former President Trump's home energized his supporters, Republicans want the media focused on President Biden's policies and economy, not Trump's handling of classified documents.
He should have turned the documents over and apparently had turned a number of documents over. George, what I wonder about is why this could go on for almost 2 years and less than 100 days before the election. Suddenly we're talking about this rather than the economy or inflation or even the student loan program.
After Facebook's Mark Zuckerberg revealed the social media giant limited the Hunter Biden laptop story due to an FBI warning, Trump took to his Truth Social platform, repeating claims of, quote, massive fraud and election interference, and calling for a new 2020 presidential election. Political strategists question if Trump's return to the spotlight is causing the GOP to lose momentum.
He is making himself a part of this election that maybe voters don't like the job President Biden is doing, but they're being reminded about some of the things that they didn't like about President Trump when he was in office. And that creates a murkier playing field and makes it more difficult for Republicans to make gains in the House and the Senate.
But Inside Elections' Nathan Gonzalez claims Republicans don't need a wave to win back the House and Senate.
The Democratic majorities are so narrow. Republicans only need a net gain of 1 seat in the Senate. They only need a net gain of 4 seats in the House. So they don't need this seismic political wave in order to get to the majorities.
And President Biden will kick off a stretch of campaign events in Philadelphia on Thursday with a primetime address on the soul of our nation, talking about why voters will be voting to save our democracy in November. Andrew?
Thanks, Abigail. Fascinating report. You know, the Democrats point to a lot of activity from their administration, such as canceling some student debt. You know, this is proof they're getting things done, they say. Do you think these policies will hurt or help them in the midterms?
Well, Andrew, this policy run that the administration is on is currently generating a lot of positive press for Democrats and President Biden. But what Nathan Gonzalez told me earlier this week is that what matters is if these policies actually help the American people, if they save Americans money, for example, and if their gas prices go down and they don't feel the effects of inflation as much in a few weeks. And what we will know come November, we'll have a clearer picture of if these policies are working. And that's what voters will decide come November.